So Amazon Games and NCSoft are excited to bring you Throne and Liberty. In the coming months on the road to launch, our teams will strive to keep you informed and up to date. It's important to us that we're open, communicative, and transparent about what is to come. This is what every company literally says and never delivers upon, but you may have some questions about how the in-game store and economy will work in the region supported by Amazon Games. While some of the specifics may change as development discussions continue, we wanted to provide an early overview of the key aspects of the game's business model, aka the economy, leveling and battle passes, and aesthetics. First, let's quickly discuss our approach. Well, first of all, we're talking about battle passes, which really kind of nobody likes. I don't think anyone really likes battle passes. I've bought many battle passes. I don't really buy battle passes anymore. Unless there's something like really cosmetically awesome, I guess, that I want, but most of the time they're garbage. Our values. As our team worked with NCSoft to develop the business model for Throne and Liberty, we identified 3 tenets that embody our values, guide our decision-making, and serve as the business model's foundation. Player self-expression is paramount. Okay. Combat and power upgrades must be accessible to all players. True. Absolutely true. Purchasing items from our in-game shop must feel rewarding, but never necessary. I would argue that purchasing items from an in-game shop, period, never feels rewarding. And the reason it doesn't feel rewarding is because all I have to do is click button and then I get item, right? So if I had to work or grind or do something to get an item, a cool looking item, that's a lot different. That's what feels rewarding. So trying to say like purchasing items from our in-game shop must feel rewarding, I would love to see how you're going to do that. Okay, so here we go. Here's the big one, right? The currency overview. How many currencies are they going to have? There are 3 primary currencies in Throne and Liberty. Lucent. Players can acquire Lucent by purchasing it with real-world money, earning it through specific PvP encounters, such as castle sieges and tax delivery events, or by selling eligible items on the auction house. Additional opportunities for acquiring Lucent may be added in the future. So this is a PvP currency. It seems like the only way to earn it is through PvP. Solent. Players can acquire Solent in-game through a variety of activities. It is primarily used for in-game goods from NPC vendors and is needed to execute tasks like crafting gear, upgrading gear, and engaging with other key systems. Okay, so this, yeah, can you purchase this with real money? That would be kind of a problem, because if we're using this to execute tasks like crafting gear, upgrading gear, and engaging with other key systems, can Lucent be, can that be transformed into Solent? Like, I don't know. We'll have to read and find out. Ornamental coins. Dude, I'm just going to level with you guys. I hate 15 different currencies. I hate 15 different currencies. I mean, it's like if you've ever played World of Tanks. I played World of Tanks with a couple of friends of mine recently, and there is like 52 different currencies. Why? I can't keep track of all these different currencies, right? And especially when they're related to some sort of like pay-to-win element or shop, or like how it transforms, or like BDO, for example, has the same thing where you have 50 different currencies. Ornamental coins. Players can acquire ornamental coins through special in-game activities such as collecting lore books and promotional events such as Twitch drops. Ornamental coins may also be earned through in-game events and the Battle Pass free track. So now it's a free and paid track, which isn't too bad, I guess, for a Battle Pass. Why do we even have a Battle Pass is my first question. But there will be a shop for players to spend their ornamental coins that offers a mix of cosmetics and progression items. And progression items. What does that mean? What's the progression items? All right, let's take a look at the passes. To accommodate different play styles, we're developing 2 types of passes that players can opt to purchase. Both types of passes will have a free and premium track, which can be obtained in exchange for Lucent. 2 battle passes. 2 different. That's kind of weird. Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is a recurring, seasonal, roughly every month, Every month? Roughly every month. All right. Purchase sold on a per character basis that delivers a combination of new aesthetic rewards. Are most battle passes every? I don't feel like most battle passes are every month. I'm still tripped up by this roughly every month statement here. Crafting materials, items, and various in-game currency in exchange for completing specific daily, weekly, and seasonal challenges. Although battle passes might change from season to season, we're committed to ensuring that each battle pass provides generous value and rewards. All right, in-game store and cosmetics overview. The in-game store will allow players to purchase Lucian for real-world money. The in-game store will also sell various forms of cosmetics, including outfits, morphs, ametoi, emotes, and more. Items purchased from the in-game store cannot be traded on the auction house. Okay, that's nice. Beautiful visuals are paramount to Throne and Liberty, and character outfits are no exception. We're committed to delivering a variety of outfit visuals to allow players to express their own player fantasy and style. We'll start with a handful of options and throughout the game's lifespan, increase the offerings, including completely new styles. Please note, purchasable outfits are purely cosmetic and will not provide any player power enhancement of any kind. A portion of character outfits will feature options to further customize your appearance. Styles, dyes, or patterns are some of the additional options available, ensuring you have the ability to showcase your unique style in Solicium. The in-game store will not have solent, food, or potion consumables. Consumables for cosmetics such as dyes and sewing thread are still available. So maybe this was in there before it had solent food and consumables, and Amazon Games kind of took that out. That's a good move. Like, I mean, you know what sucks? It really sucks that in this day and age, to some degree, we kind of have just accepted the battle pass. We've accepted, I mean, I even said in the beginning of this, like, I don't really mind like cosmetics. And it's like, when you really think about it, you probably do, right? Like, I think like, I don't mind it if it's just swimwear, if it's just like some crazy outfit, but it's never just swimwear or some crazy outfit that's like cool and costs you like $10. It's always like a $40 outfit or a $20 outfit or whatever. And I understand that this game, at least to my understanding, is going to be free to play, and they need an element of, you know, a way to earn money. But man, I don't know. I guess we'll have to get in game and see like what it's really like. But I already kind of don't like that. So yeah, I guess next early access. Awesome. Early access pack will showcase on July 18th. Can be purchased until the game's launch date, at which point they will no longer be available for purchase. Purchasing any version of the packs will give players up to 5 days early access to Throne and Liberty. So spend money, play it before everybody else, sort of Lost Ark-esque. We will have both early access and launch servers. Players who do not purchase early access packs will still be able to select fresh servers at launch when all players are beginning their adventure together. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie about that. So especially with like Lost Ark or anything like that, you're capitalizing on the FOMO element, right? Like fear of missing out. Like you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want people to be 5 days ahead of me. So at least with this, you have different servers that so when if you decide not to do early access, then you can play the game with everybody else. For a set period of time, players from early access servers will not be able to transfer into launch servers, and the auction house clusters will not mix early access servers and commercial launch servers. This is designed with fairness in mind to prevent players from commercial launch servers from accessing any items sooner than intended from the early access servers or being overwhelmed by players with a head start. I support that. That's great. Transferring from a launch server to an early access server will be allowed, subject to availability. Okay. Now the deep dive. Yeah, let's see the real detail. I don't think anybody really even reads this far, right? When you read through this, you're like, yeah, let me scroll. Nobody really actually reads this, so I want to see if they try to sneak anything in here, you know? Sneak anything in here that we might not notice. The auction house is the hub for the player-driven economy within Throne and Liberty. Yeah. Players can trade items, gears each other. Yeah. Trades on the auction house use the premium in-game currency Lucian, allowing players to trade goods with each other for the exchange. Lucian earned through the auction house can be used anywhere in the game, including the in-game shop, battle pass, and leveling pass. So this is like the overall currency then, the pay to win currency, I guess. But this means that players who choose not to purchase Lucian for real world money can still earn Lucian by selling items to the auction house and use that Lucian to purchase any of the game's offerings. Okay. So the question with that is going to be, how hard is it to earn this? They're probably going to make it hard. They're going to make it like probably piddly the amount of Lucian you can earn from other ways to try to make you want to buy it, you know? In the Castle Siege, guilds can earn Lucian through various methods, not just by winning the overall siege. We will cover the future nuances later in an in-depth article on Castle Siege. All right, I'm looking forward to that. I think Castle Siege is cool. I think PvP in general on this large scale, like if you look at this photo here, large scale PvP is nice. I know a lot of people hate like open world style PvP. I think I'm in the minority of like, I really do like that. I really thought that New World would have sort of an element of that, and they sort of walked it back. I mean, I don't think anybody really wants full on like open world PvP. Lineage 2 had sort of a flagging system, which I didn't mind too much, but it gave stakes to some stuff. Now, the difference, I think, from back then and now, why it sort of worked and was very popular back then, I'm just sort of speaking from my own experience here, but you didn't really have any way to like spend real world money or anything like that. You didn't have anything that the only thing that put people ahead of each other in those older school MMOs was how much you grinded. Now that's where the difference is here. At least for me, the difference is going to be I can't spend 14 hours a day playing this game, right? So back when I was, 14, 15, I didn't have any responsibilities whatsoever, then yeah, I could. And so maybe the game was fun for me because I was able to put so much time into it, and thus I was able to, in PvP, be able to like dominate people, which was fun, right? But if you don't have that sort of time and you're getting dominated all the time in PvP, not fun, right? So I can see why like most games choose just to not even worry about it or have that element in it, or just have its own separate PvP thing that people can play. But I don't really mind. I think this idea is cool. I like castle sieges. I like the idea of a bunch of clans trying to take over a castle. I think that's really cool. Let's see. This means that top end gear is likely to be very limited, especially in the early game when guilds are vying for control and keeping the best in slot gear for themselves. It also means that the total number of people who have top end gear is always limited to the total number of times an item is dropped. Only base level gear can be listed on the auction house. This is a good move. Great move. It's like never put raid gear or anything like that on the auction house. That would be stupid. Any gear that has been advanced or upgraded in any way is not eligible to be listed for sale. Okay, gear obtained from instance content such as co-op dungeons and guild raids are also not eligible to be listed in the auction house. This means that players must still play and upgrade their gear in order to reach its highest gear level. Again, I like that. Play the game to actually get rewarding stuff in the game. Even if they acquire gear from the auction house, there are 4 major progression tracks that influence the player's power. Learn how the auction house interacts with these systems to balance empowering players through the in-game economy while ensuring players need to engage with the game to progress. All right, so weapon mastery. Cannot purchase anything on the auction house that increases your weapon mastery. All right. Skills require training books in order to enhance. Training books cannot be purchased directly on the auction house. Cannot be purchased directly. I wonder what that means. Training books can be acquired as rewards through gameplay or crafted at the skills researcher NPC. Crafting and training book requires 2 materials, a gem and a parchment. Gems can be acquired through the auction house. Parchment cannot. So I guess that's what they mean by purchase directly, is you it takes 2 things to create a training book and you can purchase one of them. Increasing your gear score requires an item called growth stones. Great. Growth stones cannot be purchased directly in the auction house. Growth stones can be acquired as rewards through gameplay or crafted at the weapons, armor, accessory, crafter NPC. Crafting a growth stone requires 3 materials, a gem, magic powder, and a crit. Dude. Okay. This is like super ultra complicated. This is partly what I hate about like this style of stuff. It sucks because there's a lot of things that I'm looking at and I'm reading and I like kind of like about it, and then there's this other stuff that I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, increase your gear score requires an item called growth stones, and then you need a gem, magic powder, and a crystal. Gems can be purchased, magic powder can be purchased indirectly, and then the crystals can only be earned by playing the game. All right. Gear traits. Increasing your gear traits requires you to enchant your existing gear with another piece of gear that is the same type. What is it? Okay, we're gonna skip this, okay? Because it's like gear traits, gems, powder, crystals, growth stones, parchment. Awesome. The leveling pass is a one-time purchase per character that delivers an earnable stream of materials and items to enhance leveling of Throne and Liberty. The leveling pass also provides players with cosmetics. That's fine. Players can unlock rewards at each level and by completing specific in-game content relevant to their character level. The leveling pass purchase price has been reduced and is now purchasable with Lucian instead of real-world money, allowing players a free-to-play path to acquiring the pass. Look at this. This is where, if this was the original is extremely like FOMO, pay to win, like leveling pass, like you have to do that. So it looks like Amazon Games actually stepped in and changed it. We'll see how they changed it. We'll see if they did anything to change it, you know, in a positive way. The thing about Amazon Games is, after seeing how they sort of handled Lost Ark, I think it's easy to look at it and say like, well, Amazon Games, they have our back and they're trying to make this MMO like more friendly to the West. No, Amazon Games wants to make money, right? This developer, NCSoft, they want to make money. So they're not going to do anything that would just be like, hey, you can play the game for free and there's no incentive to pay. There's always going to be incentive to pay. The Battle Pass is a monthly purchase sold on a per character basis that delivers a combination of new aesthetic rewards, crafting materials, items, and various in-game currency in exchange for completing specific daily, weekly, and seasonal challenges. The Battle Pass will refresh roughly every month at launch. That's crazy to me. Every month? That's crazy. I feel like it's not monthly on most other battle passes, right? I feel like it's like quarterly or something, like 3 months, 2 months, or something like that. That seems like a low amount of time to finish a battle pass. Depends how small it is, I guess, but each pass has both a free track and a premium track that can be unlocked with Lucian. The pass contains a combination of cosmetics, Solent, Battle Pass shop points. Battle Pass shop points. The fuck is that? In-game materials and consumables. The Battle Pass point shop is accessible to all players, and items can be purchased as soon as you gain Battle Pass shop points. Once a character achieves the maximum Battle Pass level, they will convert additional Battle Pass EXP to Battle Pass shop points. The shop contains rotating rewards and offers such as other cosmetics and items to help with progression. The Battle Pass point shop is accessible by all players, not just those who purchase the premium Battle Pass. Free players can earn pass points at the same rate as paying players. Okay, so if free players can earn points at the same rate as paying players, and the shop contains like rotating cosmetic rewards, what's the point of paying for the Battle Pass? I guess I don't understand. Added additional cosmetics, updated the final reward cosmetics to a premium level. The Battle Pass purchase price has been reduced. Additional Battle Pass shop points into the free track. We've removed premium only quests and rewards, allowing all players the same amount of access to Battle Pass EXP. Okay, so what's the point of the Battle Pass then? Like, why are we... Okay, so maybe we don't even have to purchase that. So then we have sort of an optional like leveling pass, and we don't have to purchase the Battle Pass. I mean, it's looking better. It's looking better. All right, I went in really negative. As you're reading through it, like it frames it very negative, and then you sort of get down to Amazon updates, and maybe that's kind of what they were hoping to do. Blessing of Silesium. For those of you that may have played on the Korean servers or watched content creators, you might be familiar with the Blessing of Silesium. This is an optional purchase which provides a variety of benefits to the player. Blessings of Silesium will not be available in the region supported by Amazon Games at launch, as we continue to evaluate how this offering needs to change to serve the needs of our players. Okay, so this will come out eventually. 100%. And they probably won't even change it. They just don't want people to be really pissed off when the game first comes out, and then as like the game's been out a little while, they'll start like sneaking that stuff back in. Man, what to say about this, right? I mean, you've got 100 different currencies and none of them make any sense, and you have 100 different ways to upgrade your character and none of those make any sense. Man, I just feel like they always make this stuff so complicated. I don't particularly understand why. I understand the need for them to make money. It's a free to play game and there's stuff that they have to put in there to try to make money. But also, like, you could just not make it free to play, and you could add like a $39 or just one-time fee for you to play the game, or there's the subscription element, or there's any other element other than like crystals, gems, scrolls, Lucian, like selenium and blah blah blah, and like all these other like things that are gonna all incorporate and mix together, and you can purchase some stuff but you can't purchase this, and you got to do that to do this. It's so confusing. I guess I'll just have to hop in the open beta tomorrow, and I'll have a video up about that as well, and just see how these systems all interact with each other to get a better understanding of what the hell is even going on with this game. Let me know down below, like, what do you think that could even be done to make this simpler? What could they do as a free-to-play game to make it so that everyone is happy? I know you can't make everyone happy, but what do you think they can do? So let me know down below what you think. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.